So break it down. We're doing Fort Wayne Regional. Recap.
Waiting for you to drop more.
I was really enjoying that.
Starting you.
You ask him, he asks me, I'll ask him, and then
Yeah.
we go back.
Triangle.
Are we starting now?
Whenever Cameron's ready. You want
A countdown?
to count down?
3, 2, 1.
Donde está? We're the Island Guardians, the 14th best place to find Pokemon TCG and Pokemon content in general. And I'm Cameron. This is episode 2.
We're not here again.
Season 2, episode 6. My bad.
Season
Not
2.5.
episode 2.
We had
2.5.
a big break. Spring break was crazy.
Spring break was big and breaky.
Yup.
This episode, we're covering some questions for today. Our usual Who's That Pokemon? And I guess the Fort Wayne Regionals. Because it happened.
It happened during spring break.
We were all there.
We were all there.
We were all there.
Some of us not playing Pokemon.
Oh, we played Pokemon. It just wasn't well.
Pokemon played us. Let's be honest.
We all played.
I paid $70 to hang out with my friends. That's really what happened.
Bro, it was a fun time though. We had a fun time.
Almost lived the dream.
Some of us did.
So this time we're gonna have some questions, but they're gonna be questions about or questions for each other, so you guys can learn a little bit more about us. So, just like basic questions, we're just gonna rapid fire them. We're gonna go in a circle. I'm
Triangle.
Gonna start. You're right. There's only 3 of us. I'm gonna start first. We're just ask some basic questions like, Cameron, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Lapras. What's your favorite school subject?
Oh, math.
Okay.
Alright, Jeff. What is your favorite Axe deodorant?
Blue lavender.
That's pretty rough. I like that.
Pretty rough.
That's pretty rough.
Miguel, what's your favorite boot brand?
Ooh, I'm a big fan of Justin's.
Justin Boots, okay.
Yeah, they're pretty comfy. Kim, what is your favorite hot sauce?
Cholula.
Why? Double into question.
I wasn't prepared for a follow-up.
There's no other one.
Exactly.
Because it's a good balance between taste and spice.
I like that. Very mature.
Jeff.
Yes, that's me.
What's your favorite number?
My favorite number is 23.
Are you sure? You looked.
Yeah, I'm sure. I thought there was going to be a follow-up.
Why?
Cameron, why are your favorite shirts Aeropostale?
Because I'm lazy and like to shop at one place.
That's fair.
And if you
Great
just buy,
answer.
you're just there. Might as well get all your shirts from the same place.
Great answer.
Saves another shopping trip.
That's their one. You got one more to Miguel, and then we're out.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just one way.
No, we'll rotate back and forth.
Burger. What's your favorite kind of burger?
The ones that'll...
What's your favorite Scarlet and Violet card?
Oh, card?
Spooter Boop.
Spooter Poop's not good, dude. I like him a lot. He's cool.
That's not good.
I want to say Crushing Hammer, but that's not really the new.
It was technically a Scarlet and Violet card.
Heck, they made it again.
I want to say the new Arvin card, the altar, where he's cooking.
He's cooking.
'Cause he's cooking.
That's the Corbin card. That's what I.
The Corbin
That's
card.
what I'm gonna call it. That's the Corbin card.
Nice.
All right, I have one question for you left, right? Let's make it good. If you can be any type of Pokemon, what would you be?
If it could be any kind?
Mhm.
Grass. Even though I hate being outside. Grass is just my favorite kind.
But I mean, like Pokemon in general. If you could be any Pokemon.
Oh,
That's
if I could be a Pokemon.
That's pretty ironic because I would choose water and I hate being in the water.
Yeah. That's why I didn't choose water. But if I was a Squirtle, I'd have to choose Squirtle, and then like being in the water would be
Chilling.
like normal.
And you can also be on land too.
Yeah, I would definitely be a Squirtle. He's my favorite dude.
That's fair.
All right, now on to who's.
That.
Pokemon. All right, I get to read
Read
one.
it up.
Let's go. I don't have my glasses. Its hearing is so accurate it can hear a pin drop over half a mile away. It lives in quiet mountains. This Pokemon is 4'3" and weighs 88.2 pounds. so he's not that
Like
big.
a toddler. Overweight toddler.
Hey, yo, chill out, dude. What do you mean overweight? All right, I was that weight, that size. I may have been a little bit bigger. No big
Alright.
deal.
Throw your answers down there in the comments.
Or type them.
Or type them.
Or Skype us. I don't know.
First one to get it correct will get a pack of whichever one I grab right here. They're going to get a brilliant stars with this Charizard on it. This is the one
Spiffy.
right here.
But now you're gonna accidentally lose that pack, and they're gonna get a different art. And they'll be like, "I wanted a Charizard
Nope, it's
pack."
going to be right there.
On top of the card.
Right
Perfect.
there with the card.
That went pretty quick. A lot quicker than I thought it was gonna be.
What do you mean? We'll recap Fort Wayne now, too.
Never mind. I lied. This is gonna be a while.
My boy is.
I can match on Tinder again. Awesome.
Alright.
I'm gonna pull up my Pokey
Give
stats.
me a notification.
A notification. Alright, pull up your sheet, Amigo.
Oh, you took notes?
No, just the match, like the matches.
I'm just pulling up Pokey stats and looking at my matches.
Pokestats. Sorry.
Well, how'd you do that?
So you can remember who you played or the deck list you played
What?
against.
Just the Pokey stats?
PokeStats.live.
.live? What? What is technology, dude? Search.
Pokestats.live. Don't do .live.com, so that does not work.
It's just PokeStats.live.
Pokestats. I'll have to trim this part out. We're all having a meltdown over here.
Oh, I'm not.
Fort Wayne.
Bro, I got 728. That's so bad.
What do you do? Just search for yourself?
I have a profile and then I click profile.
Oh. This is
You
wild.
just click the button on the top if you're logged in.
I did not have a profile. Oh yeah, I do have a profile. Let's
You
go.
just click it and then it goes, oh, look at that.
I'm cracked. Bro, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. All those people don't even have a deck list in there.
I added
Wait,
I
hold on.
added all of mine. But one of their opponents would have had to add it, or they had to add it themselves for it to show up.
I got you.
So it all relies on everybody using.
So somebody put mine in and they just put a Flaffy.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's because you get options when you submit.
Alright, well, once Miguel gets there, Miguel!
Listen.
Oh, you can also upload a picture of your own list so people can see it.
That's cool. I
But
want
who
people
wants to
see-
copy a 728th deck list?
Nobody wants to copy mine either.
I can tell you who I played.
Maybe.
I know what they played.
Well, yeah, it should show
This
you on
dude's
there,
lost
too.
in the sauce.
I'm still lost, dude.
Where are you at?
The Fort Regional. Maxwell Johnson won. Alright, I'm here. Where do I go? Sandings?
Go to Miguel. My name's in Bolden in Knoxville. That's kind of cool.
Oh, a little flappy. That's cool.
Yeah, and then it'll show you
This is actually low-key adorable.
some of your matches. But I reported all mine as I was finishing them,
Mm.
so
I'll
I
do that next time.
could
now that I
remember.
know that I can. But I remember all my matches.
Yeah.
That's cool. It has like a little running symbol when they dropped out. RIP.
Mhm.
Round 5. Damien. That's so sad. I shouldn't have done it.
You made him drop.
I knocked him out.
You drop kicked him.
Yeah. Are you there yet?
Yeah, I'm. What are you mad at me for? Relax.
Do you
alright?
not
do you want me to just start?
I will beat the.
Did you place higher than him?
Probably.
No,
Did you place lower than Miguel?
probably.
No, there's.
What did you-
869?
Oh, I got 728.
Exactly.
All right. Fort Wayne.
Oh,
Miguel, how
what
did
up?
you do?
This is probably the worst performance I've ever had in a tournament.
Why? Why is
Because,
that?
in typical Miguel fashion, 12 hours before the event, I was like, yeah, switch my deck up.
Yeah.
The weeks following, prior, just like testing after testing of what I want to play. I played one match with Floppy Blocks.
And you're like, man, this thing's cool.
Kind of fun, dude. It's gonna break the meta. They'll never see it coming.
Were you there when we built the deck on the table? it was crazy. Like there
I
was
had
like,
zero clue. Like this was basically Orlando because I had no clue what you guys were playing.
It was so,
I had no clue how you guys got there. I had no clue that you guys got there.
It was so funny.
I didn't hear from you guys until I saw you at the event.
The next day, yeah.
Round one, like after round one.
Yeah.
It was so funny because Miguel was like, I want to play this, and then he was like, I don't have any of the cards with me, and I had just bought the character art Mareeps, so I was like, I have 3 reverse hollow Mareeps, and I just throw them on the table, and then Mike's like, I got Flaffies, you threw them on the table, and then like there was like 6 of us with binders open, and just like, here you go.
Yeah.
We just built it all on the table.
Shout out Miles for one's like giving me a whole deck essentially. He gave me all the trainers I needed.
Yeah.
But between you and Mike, I got all the bonds. I had to buy 3 cards, I think.
I think you just bought
the Altars just to see them.
Well, yeah, you had to buy like a Raichu because Mike wanted it back, and then you bought an Altar for something else. So like I think we actually had it all.
Yeah, no.
All 60 for you.
The all 60 was there. It's just I like having things being all the same and like certain mons being certain types or arts just because it's easier to like find them.
True.
But yeah, no, we were there playtesting and I was just stunting on Damon with Mew.
Yeah.
And he was getting frustrated. He's like, switch me decks. So we switched, played it. And I was like, this is actually kind of fun. Like, you have an array of single strike, like single prize fighters, and then you have some big hitters like Raichu and Raikou.
Yep.
But yeah, just jokingly, like, I'm gonna play it, and then immediately, like you said, just a horde of people just here.
Take this.
I bought sleeves and called it a day.
Yep. Didn't play any matches the rest of the night either.
No.
We went back to the Airbnb and we were playing, and you're just like, I'm gonna go sleep.
Hey, I played 4 matches today. I was like, I'm solid.
I'm the best.
I'm the best. Turns out you should probably play 4 more matches. Because I didn't find out till the day of that one of our worst matchups is Duraludon. In round 1, we played Duraludon.
Nice.
Raichu is really your main attacker there. He's your main, like, bread and butter. You sprinkle around with everything else, but really Raichu cleans up everything. Yep. 1-1, lost the second one. No, lost the first one, won the second one. One time, game 3, one at a time. Realized that I couldn't even attack Duraludon if I had speed energy attached to Raichu, even if I discarded, because I'm targeting first.
Yep.
Big fiasco. Judge showed up, and I just skipped.
You scooped it?
I had to.
Why?
Because after the judge finalized that,
because you discard all your energies, and after that you would have just been like out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So lost that one. Round 2, I played against a single strike Urshifu deck, which also, if you don't know, hits me for weakness.
Yeah.
So pretty fun.
It's a bummer.
Raichu and Sealstone was a VIP there. My opponent gave me a 2 prize penalty first round. Raichu, big knockout boss. Urshifu, game. Second game, he just couldn't get energy going. So got lucky there. Third round, we played against another Art or Duraludon deck. So that's super fun. Fighting for my life just to tie, essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Sealstone was really lucky there. It's really my only way out of that deck. Taking 4 prizes, opposed to just 3 or 2 potentially.
Yeah, 2/2/2 is like really hard with the deck. So
You really just get their Arceus first and then Duraludon with Raichu.
Yep.
That was pretty fun. I look a loop entirely at this point 3 times. So that's, again, part of the deck that's just like
super fun, yeah.
I
extra
love
turn.
yoga looping.
Dude, it is a lot more fun.
Thursday I announced yoga loop 8 times.
Jesus. Round 4, another matchup we don't win ever is Reggie's.
Correct.
You just don't have answers to it. You don't have enough single price support to really just kind of feed up, and they're just so aggressive.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of their board state. There's no lost zone. There's no collapse stadium.
It sounds like you had fun.
Bro, I was struggling. Yeah, then after that, round 5, we're 2-2 up at lunch. Go to round 5. I play a Lugia matchup. The one matchup I've been looking for the entire day.
Yep.
Cannot find energy. The guy doesn't even play a Dunsparce.
He didn't play Dunsparce?
No, he's like, I didn't expect to play this at all. I was like, bro,
man.
you were just rubbing me in my face right now.
Dang. So you should have won that for sure.
Yeah. Game 6.
Unfortunate.
He had the Dunsparce, but it was prized both games. And he still... I couldn't get energy out. He was just too aggressive. And then round 7, I never got to play because I dropped at that point. Being 2-4, it's not great.
Yeah, we walked up. We're like, "Where's Miguel?" And then we see you on your way back into the match. And we're like, "Yeah, we dropped. You want to go to the bar?" And you're like, "Give me a second."
Yeah, so my opponent got quick wins. I didn't show up.
Yeah.
He played Mew, Pikachu, flying Pikachu.
Okay. Interesting.
But overall, I mean, we go to these regionals to have a lot of fun, more or less. I mean, this coming cycle or season, I think we're going to be more competitive about it.
Yeah, this being the last one before all those cards rotated, so we were kind of, at least I was kind of going in to play like this deck is more fun. Like it was either Mew or Flaffy for me, and I was like, well, I don't really have that much fun playing Mew, and I've played it so many times, and it's just like, all you do is draw cards, like, and you just play. So I thought Flaffy Box was way more fun, and for the last regional to be like cards where I could use like Zekrom and things like that. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna play this now.
My original goal was to play Dragapult, and then I played it locals, and I got bodied by Drapion still.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe it's not the move. I've been playing a lot with Mew. Mew's been kind of my go.
Actually,
too.
It's technically Drapion.
Drop in.
I'm about to drop you all both off.
Where at?
Park?
Downtown.
Okay.
Downtowner?
Downtowner would be great.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun though, regardless. The day of Friday we went early, and then Saturday morning there was still a bunch of like Drapions around.
Yep.
I was like, there's no rhyme or reason to play this deck right now, but I'm going to auto lose to 1 or 2 cards.
Yeah, auto lost to Drapion sucks.
Yeah. But overall, I mean, we played our 6 rounds, got a little tipsy at the bar at the hotel, supported the homies.
Yep.
Good time.
It was. I had more fun at the bar than I had playing Pokemon.
You did play. All right, well, Cameron, how did your day go?
Well, first off,
what did you play?
Saturday morning, woke up, no clue what deck I'm playing.
Oh, still Saturday.
No
morning.
pants. And I'm like,
no pants, no deck list.
I'm like, what am I doing? I'm going to a Pokemon Regionals today. I'm like, you know what? Just put some pants on, and then I build Lugia in the deck, like in the bed, like because it was all in pieces. I literally just laid it out. I was like, I'm just gonna play Lugia, and I'm like, Miles, give me your list. And then I was like, bro, where's the canceling cologne? He goes, you don't need it. It's copium. I'm like, where's the canceling cologne?
Maybe that's what Josh C got day 2.
We, from round 1, regretted not playing canceling cologne.
Yep.
So Miles and I were on 59 of the same cards. The only difference was he was on a second Lost Vacuum and I was on a third Lugia V-Star.
Yeah.
It was a big ordeal the night before because Airbnb, he's like,
he was talking to me about it the whole day.
Yeah.
He was stressing about it,
the whole
dude.
day. Like,
Yeah.
I text him in the morning and like, cause we usually talked before my shift started.
Yeah.
And every break, I was texting him 1 to 2 times about Lugia.
Yeah.
And I figured, I was like, this is the last time I could play it as a Lugia box rather than just Lugia. So I was like, I'm just gonna run it, and I've played it a bunch. I don't know what other deck to play. Here we are.
Here we are.
Round 1, I sit across E-Turn Wheezing, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to play this. I don't want to play this.
Yeah.
Announced Read the Wind more times than I can even remember. I forgot that Tempest Dive was even the name of the attack of the V-Star. I'm not even going to lie. By the end of the day, I had to ask. I don't remember. Was it you that I asked?
Yeah.
I was like, what's the name of the Lugia V-Star attack? Because I couldn't
just
remember.
Tempest Dive for the night.
And so I ended up getting game 1 against the Wheezing player, but then we went to time and he snuck out the win in time, and so we didn't have a time game 3.
Yep.
So I tied there, went against Mew, and had the brickiest brick hand that I've ever played. Game 1, I went Read the Wind on a Lugia, lone Lugia inactive, and he goes donk because he went first.
Yep.
I'm like, oh,
Yep.
cool. This is neat.
I'm having fun.
This is fun. And then game 2, I went first, and I exploded, and he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then game 3, he exploded, and I didn't do. Like,
game
we
in
didn't
reverse.
we didn't play a game. And then, so that was a loss. Round 3, I sit against my opponent, and like you could tell this dude's nervous. I'm like, oh, it's his first time. And
You're like, I got
he's
this.
he's shuffling, so like you could tell he's a new player.
Yeah.
And then I'm talking to him, I'm being friendly, and then I set up my first Pokemon, and then he mulligans, and I see Flaffy Electric, and I see Flying Pikachu V, and I think Luxray V. I'm like, okay, and he mulligans again. And then mulligans again. 3 mulligans from the start. And then when he finally gets a basic, he goes, 1 on the bench too. I'm like, he's a new player. This is an easy win.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Bro, if you put a Pokemon face down on your bench, you're new. You don't know what you're doing.
You never give your opponent that much information.
Because that card being in your hand means that it could be anything. If you put it on the bench, they know it's a Pokemon. Yep. But in your hand, it's a Crushing Hammer, it's a Research, it's a Boss, it's a Pal Pad.
Yeah,
it could be all of it. It could be any of those cards, but if you put it on the bench, then they know it's a Pokemon.
I was thinking the same thing because I played a guy who did the same thing. I'm like
this is free dubs.
Like, come on, man.
It's like the easiest sign to tell that you're a new player. But I was super friendly with him, and I was like, after the game, I was like, do you care if I give you some advice? And he goes, sure. I was like, if you see any sign of Lugia, do not play Flying Pikachu V. Do not do it. I was like, because he plays Stormy Mountains, and I literally, game 1 and 2, Stormy Mountains for my Raikou, attached for turn, and went lone Archeops, and went
Snap.
3 to 4 prizes.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes it tough.
I was like, you never want to mention that, because it's weak to electric.
Yeah.
So I 2-0'd him very fast. And then we just sat and talked for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I played against Sky Seal Box.
Gross.
That I swept off the board. Like, he didn't really get to play that much. And I just went, fired on all cylinders. And then I played against Lost Box Rayquaza. But we're 2 minutes into our game, and this guy goes Colress. And then concealed cards, Colress, and looks at the top 3 cards of his deck.
Yeah.
And we call a judge, and then the judge comes over, and I'm starting to explain the board state, and he goes, 1 second, let me go get head judge. Gone. Me and this dude are literally watching our opponent, like, finish game 2, 25 minutes later.
Yeah.
And we're like, should we just call another judge? Because this guy's not coming back.
Yeah.
And so we call another judge, and the head judge, a guy in a head judge shirt, I don't know if he's a head judge, he walks over and goes, why are you guys not playing? I've been watching you guys not play for a while. We're like, we're waiting on you.
Yeah, we're waiting.
And he goes, what do you mean? We're like, we're waiting on a head judge call. And he goes, you're kidding me.
Nope.
Nope, we've been sitting here for 20 minutes. So we got a 20-minute time extension. But we played out game 1, and I won game 1. Then game 2, I didn't get an Archeops in the bin. And the only way I eventually did was reading the win 3 times.
Yeah.
Jesus. I remember the match because we were all like in a group already at this point. Like, waiting.
Yeah, we were like, who's the last one left? And we were looking around, we're like, oh, it's Cameron!
No. Oh, who was it?
Somebody.
Michael pulled up the thing.
I think Megan was like, watch it be Cameron, jokingly. And then Mike's like, I'm going to find out real quick.
He's like, it is
Cameron.
Yeah, we're like, he's over there.
Yeah, and then I heard that Mike was like, yeah, who's the slow player now? I'm like, you don't even know the whole story. I wasn't. And then, so we ended up tying that because we didn't finish. And so we took so long to get established that we forgot if he attached, we forgot the whole board state. And so that whole game, we were like, I don't remember if this happened or if this happened. So we're just like, whatever, this game's over. And then we're all flustered game 2 because we're like, we gotta go.
Extension, yeah.
We gotta go. And so we play that second game really fast. And then in game 3, there's 2 judges literally just eyeballing us.
Yeah.
And
that could be a little nerve-wracking.
Time is called, and I look at my prizes and I'm like, I can't win. And I'm like, can I see your discard pile? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, there's 3 scoop ups in there. 1 scoop up net and lost zone. Boss's ringer. I was like, you can't win.
I like that.
So we
even with the 20 minutes, that was when they called time.
Yeah, they called our time.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, you can't win, I can't win. Let's tie.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then round 6, super fun. I got to play against Control, which I had a lot of fun against.
Yeah.
Scared the boots out of this guy because game 1 I sweep him, just Luminion, just going. And we end up talking afterwards, and he goes, "Bro, I was scared going into game 2 because you played game 1 perfect." He was like, "This guy is tested for Control, and I'm not happy." Because I'm friends with Miles. If you don't know, he likes to play Control.
Who's Miles?
Robot.
Oh, gotcha.
CPU.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I ended 2-2-2, 7/28. Not a fun day. Planned for the Lugia Mirror. Didn't hit a Lugia Mirror. Hit 1 Mew. Hit 0 Duraludon. Like,
I would have traded you all day, dude.
Yeah.
I hit the most non-meta day. I can't say the most because Alec had a weird run. But
Yeah,
you have something else?
no, what would you like to add?
No, that's cool. We're done. I mean, half the video is just you talking about your recap.
I can delete it.
No, I like it.